everyone, thanks for joining me today. In today's video, we are going to do an easy crochet blanket. Now, I am using a caron cake for this blanket, and you can use whatever type of yarn you would like. For a beginner, I would recommend using a chunkier type of yarn just because it's easier to work with for beginners. For my blanket, I'm using a caron cake. Actually, it's a caron chunky cake. I would recommend, if you're a beginner, to use a chunkier type of yarn. You don't have to use a caron cake if you don't want to, but I would recommend using at least a number 5 or 6 type yarn. And I'm also using the type of hook that's going with my caron cake, which is an 8mm. So I will explain that in the video, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'm always happy to help when I can. I hope that you find this video helpful. I know a lot of people have been wanting to learn to crochet, and that my channel is a lot of loom knitting. I personally love to crochet. Don't mind my bunny over there. And I hope that this video is clear to you, and I hope that you leave me a message if you have any questions or problems. So I'm really excited for this video because it is like the first major crochet project other than my cow that I made. So I'm excited to show you how you can make an easy crochet blanket. Even if you think you can't crochet, just give it a shot. It's really fun, and I think you'll like it. So let me know what you think, and let's get started.
We're going to get started by pulling the yarn from the middle of the cake out, and that's where we're going to find the start of the yarn cake. Just find that end. Now we're going to take our crochet hook, and we're going to take the start of the yarn. I'm using an 8mm crochet hook. So we're going to take that yarn, make a loop, put the end through the loop, and pull up a little to make a loop. And then we're going to tighten it up. Now I do have a video on how to make a slip knot for the crochet hook, which I will list below. Now we're going to make our foundation chain. So we're just going to yarn over and pull through. So yarn over and then pull it through the little loop on your hook. The trick in making a good foundation chain is to not make your chain too tight, because this will affect your entire project. So you don't want to make it too loose, but yet you don't want to make it too tight. So we're just going to slowly make our foundation chain. And in this case, we're going to chain 82. So with crochet, and what we're doing here with the double crochet, we're going to chain 80, and then we're going to add 2 chains to it. So if you want to make it a little extra long, you would do an even number and then add 2 to that number. So this blanket is going to be a total of 82 chains. So my foundation chain is going to be 82. So go ahead and make your foundation chain, and I will meet you back. Okay, my foundation chain is made, and like I said, I have a total of 82. So now we're going to start on the next row. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to count 4 stitches over from the hook. So from the hook, we're counting 4 stitches over, and that's where we're going to place our first double crochet. So I found that stitch. Now I'm going to yarn over. And then I'm going to place it in the 4th chain from the hook. And again, I'm just counting for you so you can see exactly where that is. Right there. So I'm going to insert the hook after I have yarned over. Now I'm going to take another yarn over and pull through. So I have 3 on my hook. I have 3 stitches on my hook. Yarn over again, pull through 2 stitches, and now we're going to yarn over again and pull through the other 2 stitches. That is our first double crochet. Now for the next stitch, we're just going to go into the next stitch on the chain. So we're not going to count 4. We're just going to do the same thing of yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over again, pull through 2 stitches. Get that out of the way. Yarn over again and pull through 2 more stitches. So we're just going to move right along. Now we're going to go into the next chain. So we're going to yarn over, see right in there. Yarn over again, pull through, yarn over, pull through those 2 stitches, yarn over again, and pull through the other remaining stitches on the hook. Keep following this pattern of doing the double crochets all the way down until you get to the end, and then I will show you what to do next. So again, this is our first row of double crochets. So I will meet you back at the end. Feel free to pause, rewind, whatever you need to do. If you're having trouble, just pause it and pause each step if you need to. But again, it's just 1 stitch all the way down, and that's your double crochet. All right, I am done with my first row of double crochet, and this is what it should be looking like. So now we're going to start on our second row. So we are going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to turn our work. So turn your work. Now we're going to skip this first stitch here. We're not going to do anything with that stitch, and we're going to move to the second stitch, and that is where we're going to work. So again, skip the first and go to the second. So we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to insert the hook into the second chain, pull through, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through 2 more. So now we are starting our second row. So we are going to go to the next stitch and just place your hook inside of the stitch and yarn over just as you had been, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is the start of your second row. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the remaining 2. So now we just keep moving along, and I'm just going to show you just so you can see what I'm doing and how I'm working the stitches. So if you look on top, your hook should be going through both of these top stitches. So when you're doing your double crochet, you will want to work your hook into the top of these. And it should be going through both of those stitches, just like that. See how that is? So then you yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, and pull through the remaining 2 stitches on the hook. So again, that is going to be your pattern of just moving on down the road, moving on down the line, doing 1 double crochet at a time. And with the yarn cake, this will be self-striping. So you will see a pattern of different lines in the yarn of the different colors. And that's like the beauty of a yarn cake. I love yarn cakes. Okay, so we have made it to the end of the second row. So you're going to yarn over, and where you're going to put your hook is the top of your chain 3 when you started the next row. So again, you're going to want to put that hook in the top of the chain 3. Remember how when you started the next row you chain 3? Now here I am chaining the 3 to start, and then I'm going to turn my work. But when you get to the end, remember, when you get to the end of the row, you'll want to place your hook and do the last stitch in the top of that chain 3. So now I'm starting my row 3. And that's how that's looking. So I'm just going to do a few stitches here and just show you exactly what I'm doing. I just think it's nice to see what it's supposed to look like once you get a lot of stitches done. It looks really pretty, and also I'm just taking my time going through the double crochets. Hopefully it helps a little to see what it looks like once you get some done here. You may need a couple cakes depending on how big you want your blanket. It depends on who you're making your blanket for or what type of yarn you're using. So I do think this is a great project for a beginner crocheter because it is only 1 stitch and it works up really quick. I'm going to show you again where to place that last stitch of the row. As soon as I get to the end here, I will show you that. So here we are, we have our chain 3 here, and we're going to put our last stitch at the top of that chain 3. Now sometimes it may be a little tricky and you may need to use your thumb to get that last chain in. And that's normal. It's not anything you're doing wrong. So don't be surprised. You may have a little trouble, but as you can see, it's all looking the same. So you're just doing your last stitch at the top of that chain 3. You'll just want to remember that. And again, you may have a little trouble, and that's totally normal. And then once you're at the top of the chain 3, remember you're going to skip that first stitch and go into the second stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. So you'll want to continue doing your double crochets to make your entire blanket. So I just wanted to stop. I'm not done with my blanket yet, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what it's looking like. So I thought I would lay it flat on the table so you could see how the stripes come out. Okay, so once you get to the length of where you want to be done, you'll want to do your last stitch in that top chain 3 that I kept talking about. So this is my last stitch. So I did a double crochet in that last stitch, and now I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut my yarn. And now I'm going to yarn over with that tail and pull it through, and that's going to form a knot. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that knot, and then my blanket will be done. So when you get to your end point, you'll want to do that, and then you're going to want to hide in the tails. So to do that, you'll want to take a darning needle, and we're just going to hide that tail into your project. And I always say there's no perfect way to do this. This is like my least favorite thing to do, but just do the best you can, and nobody is perfect, but just hide it within the other stitches, and it's already knotted, so you won't have to worry about that. So you just want to make sure that it's secure and just give it a cut. Once you get to that place where you feel secure that it's hidden, and there it is. So again, it's knotted off, and now my loose end is hidden. So you want to do that for the other end as well. So we're going to do the same thing here and hide that tail in. Once you do that final step, then you are done with your blanket. So go ahead and take a look at it and love it and enjoy it.
And that's going to do it for our easy crochet blanket. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and click the little bell notification so you never miss when I upload a video. And I will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Bye.